Okay, so we just gonna continue with like this because we was going live, and eventually, so this is gonna be part 2 of the video of the lesson we was going into because Satan is busy, man. I already said it last week. The battle is on, man. Nowadays your videos get pulled down for no reason, man. For no reason. And I told this brother yesterday, like, you might get vexed, but it's all the spirit. Eventually, this is what's happening, man. Our life is to teach this word. That's our life. So we put our motivation, we put our spirit into it, and then Satan is just messing it up and stuff like that. It irritates you, it vexes you, but that shows you also that we close, man. Yeah. We close. We almost out of here. The Most High is closing up the breaches, man. The Most High is closing up the breaches. The doors is closing, and we just do what we can to please Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the best of our ability. So that's what we was going into, right? We was going into how we can please the Most High to the best of our ability, and ways. Yeah, by seeking the old paths. I was talking about how back in the days, if you only according to the Old Testament, you have to keep the law 100%. Yeah. Now we have the mercy and grace through Yahushua that we have the chance to learn and to come back and to be established in the spirit again, to do these things that we used to do back in Israel, you know. But without Yahushua, you don't have that mercy, you don't have that grace.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Elder Gabar, he said, I watched one of his videos. He said that Yahushua died so we can get this truth.
Yeah.
You know, that he allowed it for us to get it. That he was the reason that we got the truth now again. You know. So.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. So give me Romans. What did you have? Yeah, that's Sirach 19 and 19. Yeah, keep that on deck.
It's Sirach 19 verse 19. The knowledge of the commandments of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is the doctrine of life.
Yep.
And they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Exactly. So the doctrine of life is to keep the ways of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. So now we still trying to keep that doctrine of life, which the law is perfect, man. The laws is perfect. No one can say that there's something wrong with the laws, man, because it tends to life and it leads to immortality. That's why the Most High gave us these laws, and he even already gave them in the time of Adam. You know, he gave those laws, and when the Most High intended or spoke about that, he intended to make man immortal.
You want that? The wisdom?
Yeah.
This is the wisdom of Solomon 2, verse 23. For Yahweh created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it.
Exactly. So we still strive to do the best of the best that we can in the sight of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, because it leads to immortality. The immortality that we're supposed to have gotten in the time of Adam, but through envy of the devil, which was that serpent, which was that spirit of Esau, we went off, man. But it was all planned. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai all wanted it to go this way, so we would learn how you say that? We would learn what wickedness is to
be able to discern from
right and wrong, to discern right and wrong, and to, you know,
wickedness
appreciate righteousness even more, man. If you are in the midst of wickedness and then you come in a place where everyone is righteous, you're gonna be happy you in that place, man. So that's the place that we are heading, Yahweh Tazah, soon, and we have to do the best that we can now, man. So prior to that, I spoke about Samson. How Samson gave us a lesson. King Solomon gave us a lesson, and we need to grab those things nowadays and use them, man. So give me that scripture,
It's Micah 7 and 5.
Micah 7 and 5. I was like 4 and 7.
Yeah. Trust ye not in the friend,
Exactly. Keep the doors of thy mouth shut from her that lieth in thy bosom, because females are opportunists. When they see a good an opportunity for themselves to become better, they will do everything in their power to achieve that, or to accomplish that. You know, if they see that the so-called white man is in rulership, now all of a sudden they want to lay down with the so-called white man. You know, but then when the so-called white man doesn't give them the perks, the money, or how you call it,
the things that they want, the sustenance.
Yeah, like when you leave your husband, you get all of a sudden you get all these alimonies and these loans and stuff.
Yeah.
If Esau stops with that, then all of a sudden they want to say, yeah, we got to join back with our so-called black men. Or why? So that shows you that these females are opportunists, man. So the best thing you should do is to keep your mouth shut. Keep your secrets to yourself, man, and don't tell her everything. The book of Sirach says, don't tell her even an evil thing against you, man. I think I have it as a precept over there. Let me check. Read it again.
Okay, Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend. Put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of their mouth from her that lieth in the bosom.
Micah 7:5. No, I don't have it right written down there. Gone. So that's what it is, man. So we learn not to do that, because what happened to Samson when he did that? He got killed, man. He got killed by the enemy. He told his wife where his power was, and that the power was in his hair.
And she thought quick.
Yeah, and she immediately sold him out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got this wisdom that we got to attend to, and we still got the laws that we got to meditate upon, man. So give me Romans 3:31. Start at 30.
Romans 3.
And you know what the thing is, man? Satan really wants you to get out of the spirit, man. When he see you going in, man, when he see you touching topics,
we really wanted that.
you know, even when you live, man, brothers can tune in and they can, you know, pull precepts and make it even more edifying. But Satan is like, nah, man. And I understand we drive into another country, but I'm supposed to have internet all over Europe, man.
Yeah.
So why the hell would it be blocked all of a sudden? You see? So we are fighting against principalities, man, which is demons. You know? So read the scripture.
Romans 3:30. Seeing there is one power which shall justify the circumcision by faith, the uncircumcision through faith.
Exactly. So because we have the Lord Yahweh or Yahweh Shai, we are justified by faith now. But if you say the only thing that matters is the Old Testament, then your faith, you're not gonna be justified by your faith, man. Because the people that had faith in the Heavenly Father, but was plucking corn, what was this man doing? He was gathering sticks on the Shabbat. What happened to him? He believed in the Heavenly Father, but he still died, man. The Most High said, stone him to death. That was the judgment. Because back then we didn't have that mercy like we have it right now through Yahweh Shai. You see, so to only deal with the Old Testament, the First Testament, better yet said, is not a wise thing to do, man. That means that you don't have the Father nor the Son. Okay? Yeah, read.
Galatians 3:12. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh, it is evident, for the just shall live by faith.
Yeah, the just. I saw a flash. Did you see it?
You got flash?
No, I saw a flash, but you're driving below 120.
I was looking at the right speed. I was lower.
Yeah. So I saw a flash over there. I was like, shit.
I was right there.
But you're driving at the good speed. Read it again, Slakia.
Galatians 3.
It's hard. It's
but everybody's driving faster, so it's not for us. Everybody's faster. Galatians 3:11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh, it is evident, for the just shall live by faith. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them.
exactly, man. That's a beautiful scripture, man. So read it again, man, and let me break it down part by part.
This is Galatians 3 and 11. But that no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh.
Yeah, no man is justified by the law in the sight of Yahweh. So no man can say like, yeah, but I keep the Sabbath every week. You know, I keep the Sabbath every week. I never broke the Sabbath, man. But then the Most High is looking at you like, but you always have doubts in your mind. You're always looking up philosophies of other beliefs, you know, researching them to know if that's the truth, without really believing in this truth that you're supposed to be in, man.
Keep your eyes single, actually.
But you are keeping the law. Guess what? You have fake Jews in Israel that are keeping the laws for cultural reasons. Because the Passover, the Sabbath, they come together. They just do it for cultural reasons, to come together with the family. Just like these people over here in Holland and in Europe, they be celebrating Christmas. Do you really think they believe in the Christmas tree? Do you really believe they believe in Santa Claus? No, but they do it for cultural reasons. This has become their culture. They don't believe in that. They don't believe in Jesus neither, so-called Jesus.
Nope. God. And I always just gonna say something like,
yeah, which they add onto that 25th of December, right?
God.
They don't believe in that neither.
I've asked often Germans, do you know what the tree means? No, it's just we do it because of my family. You know, it's a custom that we did.
Exactly.
I don't believe in that. I'm like, but you're still doing the customs.
Exactly.
You know, you're still practicing those customs.
Exactly. And why was that thing being said back in those days amongst the Israelites? Is because you had the Pharisees that wanted to basically slit the throat spiritually of the men that were sinners, but they believed in Yahushua. They believed in Yahushua, but they were sinners, man. But through Yahushua, we got back into the fold. So then these Pharisees came up and these Sadducees, and they wanted to be like, yeah, but you have to keep the law, and if you can't keep the law, then you're not the part of us, this and that and the third. But Yahushua came and he said, listen, man, the law is not going to save you. You have to have faith. You have to have faith. And in the meantime, I know what y'all wicked Pharisees be doing under the table. You know,
charging, yeah,
doing all kinds of wicked stuff.
Yeah.
So y'all a bunch of hypocrites and snakes, man. A bunch of serpents. So read on.
Galatians 3 and 11. It is evident, for the just shall live by faith. Verse 12. And the law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them.
The law is not of faith, but the man that doeth them shall live in them. So when you have enough faith, eventually you're gonna keep the laws anyway, man. And that's righteousness with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because what is law? Keeping the commandments. So if the Most High sees you have that faith, when you have that faith, you automatically tend to the laws, man. You automatically look up and research what would be pleasing in the sight of the Heavenly Father, man. You're gonna look it up, man. You're gonna dig into it. Oh, the Most High said, don't line up your beard, man. Don't line up your hair. The Most High said, don't eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. All these things you're gonna research, man. They ain't gonna research about what man of Israel used to do and they went off with, to prevent you from going off. Because why did the Most High create the 2/3? You know that? Why did the Most High create the 2/3?
As an example.
Exactly, as an example how not to be. The 2/3 that we have around us are examples how not to be, man. See what happened to him. This dude that was that was in GMS committing adultery with people that were brothers, their wives and stuff. He fell from the 5th floor, man. He got paralyzed from the neck on down, man. That is an example that the Most High is giving us. Like, don't be doing stuff like this, man. Saying like King David committed adultery. Man, you want to die, man. The Most High has mercy on whom He has mercy. You're really playing, man. You're really playing with this truth. And that's another thing, man. This truth is not a joke, man. You got to take this truth very serious. Okay.
Like Tazawa said, and I think you said like your words, it can lead people to salvation and damnation if you're not diligent in your search.
Yeah.
You know, it can bug a person that's just trying to come into the truth out.
Exactly.
You know,
That's true.
you can
man.
say something, and then he got in his mind that it's like this, and then it's actually you didn't mean it that way,
Yeah.
or you just made a slip up. You know, you didn't mean it that way, and it could take him all the way to another side, man.
That's right.
You know.
Give me Romans 6 and 15.
Should I finish Romans 3:31?
Yeah. Finish that.
It's Romans 3:31.
What's wrong with you, dude?
Do when. Let me read it.
You have to go there, right? Or not?
No, this
All right, this one.
Seeing it is one power, which will justify the circumcision by faith and uncircumcision
Get over
through
it.
faith.
Get over it.
Do we then make void the law through faith? More said forbid. Yea, we establish the law.
Where you going? Where you going?
Stop paying attention.
Say it again.
Romans 3:30 again. And it says, seeing it is one power, which will justify the circumcision by faith and uncircumcision through faith. Do we then make void the law through faith? And more said forbid. Yet we establish the law.
Yeah, man. So we try to establish the law, man. Go back into the spirit and learn from the old paths of our forefathers, and be strong in Yahweh Shem Yahushai and walk in the law, statutes, commandments. If you really got that faith, man. But it's a thing of building it up, man. You gotta build it up, man. You gotta learn. You gotta grow. Let me call these.